Hello everyone. I will be off for up to 2 weeks due to a location change. I will be posting videos on my journey on YouTube. I'll be having little clips show up on Instagram, but by all means sign up, subscribe to my YouTube so you can get more of them. I have had to travel across the country a lot, and I've had to travel twice last year during the whole COVID thing, which none of it was fun, especially in April. My trip in April, that was just so awful for so many reasons. Just a lot of people freaking out, nobody knowing what to do, and just bad decisions being made. One of, for example, when I arrived in Boston, I was like one of the only people there getting dropped off, and I got kicked out of the station because they were put under orders that everybody had to be removed after a certain time. And then she sat there and further told me that my bus up to Maine was cut off and nobody was going to Maine because borders were shut off, which wasn't true. But it was just that ridiculous amount of misinformation and people not knowing what's going on, or people just not taking charge and doing what's right. And I ended up sitting outside of Boston. It was so freaking cold. You know, it was freaking cold sitting out there until like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. A friend came down and picked me up. It was just because I would have had to sit out there until I showed up at 10:30 at night. My bus wasn't leaving until 4 p.m. the next day to take me home. But anyways, that was that mess. And then I had another one later on that was a lot shorter of a trip. But it's still, there was just a serious lack of precautions. Um, as a result of that, actually, you won't be getting a lot of me talking in these videos, because I'll be wearing a mask. I'm going to pretty much have like my face covered up, and most of the videos will probably be loud anyways, considering where the locations will be. So mumbling's not going to do a whole lot of good. But I will be showing you like my experience through Greyhound. And there's a couple of places that I'm going to that I haven't been to before, so those stations will be, interesting in themselves. But there'll be a few very, very familiar stations that I pass through all the time. Some of them are cool, some of them are kind of nyeh, but otherwise, this will just be kind of your chance to see what my life is like when I'm traveling through Greyhound. Um, Usually you get cool bus drivers that are funny, comedic, entertaining. Nonetheless, you get other bus drivers that just come on like, Hitler, and they rude. And then, I usually come across at least one person losing their shit. If you're on my YouTube channel, there is a video of a guy, Port Authority, go figure, Port Authority, and he straight loses his shit, and he just lost it, and I got to film some of it. It was great. Um, Anyways, I should get at least one of those. I always get one of those. Get to film it, get to show you. It'll be exciting. Yes. No, it usually sucks, but I'll still be filming it. But seriously, my trips with Greyhound have been more than questionable with the whole COVID cautions. I mean, there was just several times that I felt that they weren't doing shit, and at the same time I was feeling very blessed that I didn't catch anything as a result of them not doing shit. I'm hoping that this time when I go through while I'm filming it, we'll get a chance to see if they've tightened up their protocols, if they've gotten stricter about things. I mean, in April, it was very strict that they were supposed to keep us spaced apart inside the bus. There was only supposed to be X amount of people inside the bus to keep spacing between us all, and they had us all doubled up in every single seat. I mean, we were packed full. It was ridiculous. I'm probably still going to be dealing with that. So, like I said, a lot of filming, not a lot of talking. Just watch, see what I'm showing. If I get a chance to tell you guys what's up. Otherwise, I'm just sharing the experience and little moments and parts of it. For now, I need to finish tying up the rest of my loose ends here, getting everything finished up and packed up, getting my system packed up, and getting ready for 0800 tomorrow. I also would like to take a moment to thank everybody, especially on Instagram. Thank you for 600. Thank you guys very much. It just kind of happened. I saw it. I'm like, I got to do something about that. And I've just had a lot of stuff, obviously, going on that's clouded. But thank you guys very much. I do appreciate it. I don't think there's anything else. Also, there's going to be schedule change. There is going to be a schedule change, obviously, because my main reason for bouncing out of here has to do with job. I have a job. I'm going to that job. It's jobs with people that I trust. I'll be living with people that I trust, and there's a lot of good, solid reasons to risk doing this trip, you know, and a job that pays well with people that you can trust. You can't beat that. But with that, my schedule's obviously going to change up. Um, right now, the way the schedule works, it's based off seasons. Winter, spring, summer, fall. I um, I usually start it like a few weeks before the season officially starts because I have games doubled up on there. I'll usually be featuring like 2 games a day or 2 days. The day that I am going to be streaming, that day will show multiple games playing because I'm feeling them out. I'm letting you guys feel them out. I'm seeing which ones actually catch attention, which ones don't. And then when the season pretty much starts and becomes official, new schedule gets made and the games that stick will be playing. Much like what I've done with the winter one. I'll be doing the same thing with the spring. A game I'm considering bringing in and playing for springtime is Oblivion. I was thinking about just having an entire Elder Scroll day because I'm still going to be continuing Skyrim. Skyrim can go on for freaking ever. Who knows when you'll be ever done? They'll be making like the second game for Elder Scrolls by the time you could ever really finish everything there is to do with the regular Skyrim. But there is talks of them giving a makeover to Daggerfall. And if that's true and that happens, that would definitely be a great day just to have a whole day of just Elder Scrolls. Daggerfall, Oblivion, Skyrim, whatever the new one's going to be. But definitely hanging on to that. Definitely going to be keeping Infinite Warfare 2, the campaign. Because, there's the veteran one that I'm doing right now, and then there's realism that you have to do after that, which is a bit frustrating. But then there's also YOLO. And I understand how much of a pain in the ass YOLO is going to be. So that's just going to be a lot of me just cussing until I finally get it done. Which should be fun, right? Watch me lose my shit over and over again. The editors, the creators of the game too, they were really funny, like with realism. They'll have like little comments coming up like, it's okay, we died a lot too on this part. Just a lot of smart ass things. You can imagine the things they'll also be saying with YOLO if you have to start all over. And if you don't know what the YOLO thing is, you only live once. They have the exact same campaign that you have to walk through, but you cannot die at any part of it. The moment you die, you go all the way back to the beginning, much like the old school games used to be, or an arcade game sets used to be. Um, so things like that will be getting introduced, reintroduced, things pulled out, things put in. But just overall, the schedule is definitely going to be different, and I'll work that out after a couple months. By spring, I'll definitely have a better answer for that. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. Have a wonderful time, and I will see you tomorrow morning, more than likely.